What do you believe is the root of all evil? Greed. Dinkelberg. Evil. Carrot. 1/2. The desire to control other people. Ham. Dangerous shit. Lack of empathy. 25.807. The first track of Octavarium by Dream Theater. Next question. Desire for power. Selfishness. All acts of evil can be boiled down to wanting what you want, regardless of who gets hurt in the process. Us versus them mentality. Be it war, racism, politics, religion, etc. It's all the same. My people are better than your people. Forgetting that we are actually all the same people. Greed, fear, or selfishness. UOP. Lust and greed. Fear. Fear creates hatred and all negative emotions, but there's no way to get rid of fear, so Bing QE lean. Greed. Kale. Sentience TBH. Selfishness. Greed is just one of many manifestations of not giving a fuck about stomping on others to get what you want. Toby Flenderson. Humans. We are all fatally flawed beings. Entitlement. Desire. Politicians. They are all professional liars. Ignorance. In all its possible meanings. Ignorance leads to fear of the unknown. Fear leads to hatred. Hatred causes violence. Violence is the basis for conflicts. Conflicts lead to death. And death causes only more fear, hatred, and conflicts. Ignorance causes withdrawal. Withdrawal can lead to dogmatism. Dogmatism breeds intolerance. Intolerance leads to hatred. And once again, hatred causes violence and conflicts, which cause death, etc. Ignorance leads to decline. Decline causes frustration. Frustration leads to hatred. And once again, hatred causes violence, conflicts, which cause death, etc. The difference between good and evil is perspective. Holy wars. Perfect example. Both sides committing pure evil on behalf of a perceived greater good. The lack of cute kittens in people's homes. Humans. Social media. The love of money. When people decide their beliefs are fact and true for all, it gets worse when they then use their beliefs to justify hateful speech and actions, pretending that they are the righteous ones. But that's just my belief. My neighbor, who drives like an idiot around my kids. Money. People kill for it. People die without it. Having lots of it gives you immense power over others. It leads to massive inequality dependent on how much your parents have, which you have no control over. People say money doesn't buy happiness. But lack of money certainly breeds sadness, fear, insecurity, hunger, desperation and, eventually, death. Twitter. My mother-in-law. Ironically, love. Love can be beautiful or the most ugly thing on the planet. Just depends on what you love and how much you are willing to do for it. A lot of people say greed. But I think greed is a byproduct of people attempting to permanently reduce their resource. Uncertainty. Fear of uncertainty produces a lot of strange and interesting behaviors. The attempt to reduce uncertainty will lead people to do a lot of wild shit they wouldn't do under circumstances where they weren't afraid of what might happen. There is nothing inherently wrong with money or collecting resources until it becomes destructive to the individual or surrounding entities. There is a reasonable amount of resources to acquire to help promote survival and resilience. But it can be taken too far. Religion. 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 Humanity. The dark soul of Manus. Money. Thinking in terms of good versus evil, instead of realizing most things aren't binary like that. Nickelback. Power. Who's over who? religion. Humans. Without humanity it doesn't exist. Plus the full saying is, the love of money is the root of all evil. If you're gonna quote it may as well be accurate. Politics and the lust for power. Greed. Selfishness. Selfishness. All evil doing can be traced back to just pure selfishness. Chuck E. Cheese. The primordial soup. When McDonald's forgot your Happy Meal toy. Money and religion. Too many evil acts in this world are committed because of money and religion. The real question is, what is evil? There doesn't seem to be a black and white definition. Something considered evil today was not evil 1,000 years ago. Slavery, for example, was perfectly logical and just practice for thousands of years of human history. And declared evil only a few centuries ago. There are things we do today that are perfectly justified today but might be considered evil in the future. Without first defining what evil is, we can never really know what its root cause is. But in a very general sense, I would say society is the root cause of evil. That's because evil seems to be a concept unique to humans. No evil in the animal kingdom. Humanity. Pride. It all boils down to pride. I'm talking about 7 deadly sins: pride. Not confidence or self-respect. The belief that your own needs and desires are paramount to all others' needs and desires.